Hey, good morning, sir. How are you?
All is well. How you doing?
All is well too.
Nice.
I'll, I'm just calling you for some advice. Instead of listening to you, I don't know. You changed my life, I guess. You know, in a big way. I ain't gonna lie. I'm nervous right now, though. But
You nervous?
yeah,
Why?
I don't know. I guess speaking to you, man.
Amazing. Just
Um,
calm down. It's just Jesse.
yeah, I know that. I watch a lot of videos of you. It's just when you're there in the front line, it's different. You know.
I
Who's
understand
there?
because
Thousands of people listen to you. I'm not trying. I'm the person. I don't want people in my business, but so I call you for some advice because
okay, go ahead.
back in Miami, I'm living in Orlando right now. I'm living in Orlando right now with my wife and two kids.
We were just down in Orlando 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
nice,
amazing.
nice. Yeah, everything in Orlando is like everything is not crazy. It's not the virus. It seems like the virus doesn't affect out here.
Right,
People
I
go to
noticed
their
that.
regular job.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not like Miami where it's like, oh, they fine you for not walking with a mask outside. It's weird.
Yeah, I
Down in
noticed
Miami.
that. People walking
Yeah.
because I don't even think I wore a mask while down there. It was
hmm
it was almost normal in Orlando, Florida.
Yeah, Orlando is big. Orlando is way different than Miami. Miami is more strict than Orlando. It's like people's life never changed. The virus didn't change nobody's life down here in Orlando.
Yeah.
So when I came down to Orlando, it was weird to me. I'm like, back in Miami, it's more strict. Like you get a $200 tickets for not wearing a mask.
That's amazing.
And so I called you to ask you for some advice because my wife right now we are so against each other to a point it's like so I was in Miami and I was working two jobs. I had two jobs and she was going to nursing school and she was supposed to take care of the kids, be a wife. So then COVID came. I lost my job. She passed a registered nurse test, and she happened to take a job. She denied jobs in Miami to take jobs down here in Orlando. But I have all my family and all my friends in Miami, and I spoke to my dad. The reason why she took she happened to confess to me the other day. The reason why she took the job in Orlando is because she said that I was working too much in Miami, and I was barely home, and I didn't make her feel secure. So she kind of confessed to me the reason why she took the job down here in Orlando is to she wants to be the basically she wants to be the man. Like
Yeah.
she wants to be in control.
Yeah.
But in Miami, I'm like, all I did was work. When I came home, I had two jobs. All I did was I had a part-time job, a full-time job. And when I came home, all my extra time went to my kids. Like,
Yeah.
either we going to the park or either I'm like, what do you want to do today? So I'm back in my mind. I'm like, what did I do wrong? Well, how did I make you feel insecure? All I did was work. I didn't do nothing else. I didn't go out with my friends. Anything I used to do, all of them stopped.
Yeah.
All my extra time went to my kids. And the fact that she took the job down here and I'm stuck because I'm like, my job is supposed to be open back up in November 1st. And I'm like, I don't want to leave my kids. But she has a job down here. We just got an apartment. So we just settled down. But I'm like, I don't want to follow you because we are so fighting against each other right now. To a point, she wants to be the man so bad that even my dad, I talked to my dad now. I want to forgive my dad. And he man, when I say, man, you telling the truth, bro, you telling the truth. When I went to go talk to my dad, he understood so perfectly that he was like, man, thank you. That's all I wanted to hear.
Yeah.
And when I went to go talk to my mom, she got so mad. She was like, what are you talking about? I did this, I did that. I'm like, Mom, I'm telling you that I forgive you and I understand I was wrong for judging you.
Yeah.
For wanting you to be perfect, but I wasn't perfect myself. But I was judging you like I was perfect. So when you say that, facts. I don't care anybody who can say you lying. That is facts. Me and my mom that I couldn't even talk to her. So in a way that I want to say that I forgive her, but when I forgive my dad, And when I forgave my mom, I felt way much better.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I felt confident. I felt like I was Superman. No, seriously, I was happy. So
I totally understand.
Me and my dad, we got closer. My dad was always in my life. Like my mom and my dad, they've been together. But my mom is always against my dad to this day. My dad is he is what it is.
Yeah.
He's a great dad, but he's a beta because I got that from him. So I'm stuck in a situation just like my dad.
Yeah.
Because I see my mom and my dad been married for 30 years. So I'm like, I always wanted a family. My dad have 8 kids. So
Amazing.
I wanted that. So I wanted that, and I'm chasing that, but I didn't understand that I did it the wrong way.
Yeah.
So now I'm basically paying for all of this.
Yep.
So
Absolutely.
I'm stuck. I don't know if I should leave when my job call me back or should I stay. But I know if I do stay, she is not the wife. She's not acting like a wife. I'm doing mostly the cleaning. She wants me to start cooking, and I'm like, I'm not cooking.
That's right.
That's not what I do.
That's right.
I'm not a housewife. You know, I see my dad work all his life. My dad had 2 jobs. Matter of fact, I was born in Haiti. My parents are from Haiti. We're all Haitians. So when I tell you this country is the greatest country ever, I used to hate this country because when I first came to this country, my first problems was with Black Americans, but Black Americans hated white people.
Yeah.
So I try to act like a Black American, so I hated white people. But when I lost my job, and I was like, in 2017 I lost my job, and when I lost my job, and I was like, man, they fired me because I'm Black. Then I realized, oh damn, I did messed up. I gave them a reason to fire me. So
Yeah.
I just took full. Basically, I don't know. When I took responsibility for that, I just started thinking. I'm like, wow, okay. So I'm like totally different. So I'm like perfect now. I'm like, I'm not giving nobody no excuses to do anything wrong to me.
There you go,
going
man.
The right way.
That's amazing.
No, I'm like, because the reason I got fired is because I got fired by another dude. Because I was his supervisor, and he didn't listen to me. It was a Black guy. He made me lose my job, and I told him to this day, I said, bro, do your job, please, because you're affecting my job. Because when I got fired, he was the fault of it. Basically, he was a big part of it.
Yeah.
And when I realized, Black people just been hurting me all my life, man. These Black Americans they've been hurting me all my life. I don't hate Black people, but you know what I'm saying? But I used to hate white people. I used to walk around with a hatred for white people. I'm like, I don't know where this came from. But I have more problems with Black Americans than anything else.
That's right. Well, that's the only purpose of Black people on earth today is for destruction. They are not good examples at all. And if you hang out with them, if you believe what they believe, you'll end up destroying your life. You'll end up destroying the country because not all, but most Black people are not about love. They're about hate. Generation and generation and generation of hateful people.
I noticed that because all Black people outside of the United States, they come to the United States, they like, whoa. I remember when I was in Haiti, and I used to go to school over there, I used to be so hungry. And I used to watch other kids eat, and I used to act like I wasn't hungry. And when I came to the state and I see the school giving kids breakfast, lunch, I'm like, what is this? You have to pay for school. You have to pay for school lunch. You have to pay for school breakfast.
Yeah.
You're giving out free food, and I see these kids don't even eat it either. I'm like, you guys are crazy. America is spoiled.
Yeah, that's the problem. Absolutely.
When I see people fighting against the country, I'm like, dude, you have no idea how it is to feel outside of state.
Amazing. Hold on, buddy. Hold on, Jeffrey. Hold on for a minute. Let me take a quick break, all right? Hold on. So, Jeffrey, so if I'm right about this, you moved from Miami to Orlando, right?
Yes. So I moved from we moved from Miami to Orlando. She took a job position as a registered nurse down here in Orlando, and so I happened to find a job and City Furniture. So right now we both working, but I have no one to watch the kids. So everyone that I'm trying to find watch the kids, she's giving me an issue with them for me to work.
Amazing.
So I'm trying to find ways. For me to work, and so for someone to watch the kids, she's having an issue with everyone that I bring who has a possibility of watching our kids.
How many children do you have?
I have a boy and a girl.
Right on. And are you going to be getting your job back in Miami? Are you waiting to go back there to work? Is that what's happening?
Right now, I am hoping. Well, one of my jobs said they'll be open back up in November 1st, and my other job, I haven't heard nothing from them.
Right.
But I'm hoping when the president released that new medicine that they're working on, that the world can go back to some type of normality.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that I will get my job back in 2020.
Yeah.
So, all I have right now is hope. I've been listening to the president. He sounds like things will get back, so I'm hoping.
It will.
But right now, I was living in fear because I'm like, I don't have a college degree. I don't know.
Well, you're fortunate that you don't have one. That's not a loss. That's a gain. Mm-hmm. So you're fortunate you don't have a college degree. Because
all I've been doing my whole life is just like my dad, working hard, and all I've been doing working hard, and I just happen to get good jobs as you working hard.
That's right.
In life.
That's right. So what's your question for me?
My question is, should I stay in Orlando or should I just go back?
If you have work in Miami, and that's what you want to do, I would go back, because if you follow your wife, it's going to get worse. Things are not going to get better, because right now her primary goal is to control you. And that's why she won't accept anyone to watch over the kids. She's is refusing to stay home now. And she's pretending like you ignored her or whatever she said. All she's saying, I want control over you. It's going to be my way or no way. And if you were in that fallen state, you would have to give in to her. But since you've overcome your mother, you don't have to give in to that anymore. So if you want to go back, I would go back. I would recommend that you go back if you have jobs there. But I wouldn't follow her. She's going to destroy you and the family.
That's the thing, she is a registered nurse. She makes more money than me, right?
Man. That's why you're not supposed to marry an educated woman they do not make for good wives or good mothers. It's just become a hardship, because women were created to stay home and watch over the man's children, to be a wife and a mother. And it's natural to that way. But now these women have been brainwashed and their egos are out of control. They do not make for good wives and good mothers.
I blame her mom for that. I blame her mom.
Absolutely.
I told her, hey, you need to go forgive your mom. Her dad died when we was in high school. I've been with my wife. We're high school sweetheart, basically. I've been with her since high school. So I talked to her. I said, you need to go forgive your mom. She didn't teach you how to be a wife. So she's been telling you, go to school, do this and do that. She just telling you, you got to get a job, you got to get a college degree. She didn't tell you how to be a wife.
Yeah.
She didn't teach you how to be a mother. So now I'm suffering right now. So the thing is, like, I don't want my kids to hate me when I leave them. So I'm stuck in a dilemma. I'm like, dude, I don't want to kill myself, because if I don't find a way to survive, who I'm going to tell my son how to be a man? I'm going to tell my daughter what kind of man to look for. So I don't want my kids to hate me if I leave them.
But listen, let me ask you this, Jeffrey. First of all, are you doing the silent prayer video?
I tried.
You got to do it, Jeffrey, so that God can separate you from your thoughts, because in these type of situations, your thoughts get busy and it causes you to worry, overreact, to have fear and all that. But do the silent prayer morning and night so God can separate you from those thoughts, and he'll allow you to operate with logic. And in logic, there's no fear. There's no overreaction. It's only perfect love, and you'll see and do the right thing. But if you live in your head, you're going to do the wrong thing because you're overreacting. And in all honesty, if you find somebody right now to watch over your children and she is refusing to stay home and do it, it's not her choice who watch over your children. That's your choice. She can't tell you who you can or cannot have watching over your children. She's refusing to be a wife and a mother. It's not up to her at all. That's your decision. So if you find someone to watch over your children, you do that. Don't let her tell you what you can or cannot do.
Yeah. So I have somebody right now who I just happened to spoke to yesterday, and she said she have someone to watch my kids for us.
Well, then use that person. That's not your wife's decision. If she's refusing to be a wife and a mother, she cannot tell you who you can and cannot have watching over your children. Because she should stay home and watch them. And if she's refusing to do that, you make that decision. Don't let her make that decision.
Yeah, I know, Jesse.
But you need to do the silent prayer because you're dealing with a spiritual battle. Your wife represents evil and you represent good. So that spirit in her is trying to take over the spirit in you and your family. But you need to do the silent prayer so the spirit of God can operate through you and you will come out on top. You and your kids will be fine. And maybe in 50 years your wife may come around, but that's up to her. But you will be fine. But you got to do the silent prayer so you can operate out of logic and not out of the darkness of your imagination. Right now, you're overreacting.
I'm just trying to be like my dad. I see my dad raise 8 kids.
I know, but you end up marrying your mother. This woman you got.
Yeah, I did. I swear to God, I truly did.
Yeah.
I believe you. I swear to God, I want, I know when because I was like, I need a woman like my mom. I need a girl like my mom.
That's the last thing you need. Yeah.
That's the last thing I did. I swear to God, that is so true. I'm trying to be like my mom, my dad, and then I want somebody like my mother.
So
like
you ended up like your father. You ended up marrying your mother, and now the situation is
I'm just like my dad.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm going through the same thing what my dad's going through.
Yeah, that's why you must overcome the mother so you will not be attracted to those kind of women. You don't want to marry a woman like your mother. That's the last thing you want. But listen, Here's what I recommend for you, all right? Number one, you got to calm down. You got to calm down. Do the silent prayer. In this moment, you need to doubt every thought you're having about the situation. Because Satan is busy feeding you lies, one thought after another one, after another one, after another. And so, and that's what your wife is doing. She's living in women live in their imagination, in their ego, and the ego lies to them. Oh, your husband just trying to control you. You are equal to him. You don't have to stay home. So she's listening to lies, just as you're doing in your head right now. And she cannot hear the truth because she loved the lie. So you got to calm down and deal with each moment with calmness, and you will see what to do. God will guide you, and it'll be perfect. It'll be fine.
Thank you.
So just calm down. And right now, find someone to watch over your children. You go to work. You keep up with your normal life. Do the silent prayer. And if you get a call back from Miami to go back to work, the way will be made for you and your children. Don't worry about it because that's not happening right now. You deal with it right now and let tomorrow take care of itself. You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. All you have is right now. So you need to grow in this moment. Don't worry about later.
Yes.
That makes sense?
No, man, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
I'm stressing. I'm almost stressing about the next month, the next day, the next year.
Yeah.
So I believe you, man. When I first heard, this is my last thing. I'm gonna let you go. I know you got other people you got to talk to. When I first heard you, Jesse, man, I was like, man, who the hell is this guy? What the hell are you talking about? I used to hate you, dude. I was like, this guy. I know. Everybody says the same thing. I was like, this guy's a clown. Like, you don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But I don't know. One day, dude, when I lost my job, and I just calmed down. And I just started thinking with my head and not with my heart. And I don't know, one video, I was like, damn, this guy's actually right. I was like, okay. I was like, then I had another one, and I was just like, man, I was like, yeah, this guy's like, what the hell would I hate this guy for? I was like, what I wasn't thinking. So then I went and got your book.
Yeah.
I went and got your book that I'm trying to read right now.
Right
and
on.
then well, first of all, I went and I forgive my parents, like you said. And then I just got happier. And then the next thing, I just stopped hating white people for nothing. And then because I'm from Haiti, I came from nothing, and I made over $80,000 with no college degree.
That's right.
I have a good job. I'm like, what is this? This is a miracle.
Yeah.
So things that I didn't think that was possible. So
all things are possible in America.
My wife hates you. You know, I was like, I try to tell her, listen to him. Listen to him. She's like, no, you don't know what he's talking about. Oh, okay, fine, whatever. I don't force it on her. I just listen to you.
That's right.
I just listen to you on my own. I don't force it on her. Actually, because the only thing I realize, you're not everybody hero.
That's right.
I don't know, for some reason, it's like God will find a way to save you.
That's right, man.
Well, that's what I wanted to tell you. When I first heard you, dude, I was like, who is this guy? I was like, dude, this guy's crazy. But when I calm down and I just really listen, to you, dude, I was like, man, who is this guy? I was like, you my hero, bro.
So that's why. Thank you, man. But here's that's why I'm telling you now is to just calm down. It's like you're in the storm right now, and but God is still with you, and all you need to know and do is inside of you. So if you calm down, do the silent prayer so you can stay out of your head, and just take one moment, one issue at a time. Tomorrow will take care of itself. So from what you've said, do the silent prayer, doubt every thought. If you got someone to watch over your children, you bring that person in or get that person to watch your children. Don't let your wife dictate that at all, because her desire is to turn you into a woman and control you. I
feel like I'm turning to a woman.
Yeah, but so don't resent her, because if you do, if she can get you angry, she will control you.
Yeah.
And if she can't control you by getting you by going off to work, she's gonna cook you a good meal, she'll give you sex, whatever she can do to control you. Don't fall for any of it. All right?
Yeah, dude, I can't even. Last time I had a good meal.
Yeah.
She don't cook no more.
Right.
The last good meal I was talking about my brother about, it was my mom who cooked it.
Yeah. Amazing.
I was like, dude, I've been eating fast food ever since I came down here. This woman, I don't want to say too much, but thank you, Jesse.
Why did you move to Orlando again, real fast?
I moved to Orlando when COVID came, and when COVID came, and I lost both of my jobs.
I got you. Oh, okay.
I happened to become a bartender, and then all the restaurants. I was working at a hotel in Miami Beach, so I lost both of my jobs.
But don't worry, man. God is with you, and it reminded me of when the disciple was out in a little fishing boat with Christ, and while they were having this conversation, and they were like, wow, we feel so safe. We love you, Lord. You're with us, and we appreciate it. We can do this. We're not afraid anymore. And Christ like, cool, so I'm going to take a nap. Y'all just kind of watch for the fish, and I'm going to take a nap. And Christ laid down to take a nap. And as soon as he laid down, a wind came, and the water started shaking, right, really bad. And the boat started shaking. Yeah. And they were like, Christ, wake up. What the? And so Christ woke up. He woke up. And they were freaking out. And he was like, what's wrong with y'all? Oh, the wind came and the water is shaking the boat, and the boat's going to turn. He's like, listen, had you not overreacted, you could have told the wind to be still, and should have told the ocean, the water to be still yourself. You said you believed, and now as soon as the issue comes, you overreact. So that's what I'm saying to you. You're dealing with, and you're overreacting. So don't overreact. Just stay calm so you can see, because greater is he that's in you than he that's in your wife. And if you calm down, this will work out in the right way, the way you're trying to take it. It'll be fine. But if you overreact, then she's going to win, and it's not going to turn out well.
Thank you, Jesse.
You're welcome. So do the silent prayer. Go to work. Don't argue with her. Just tell her the way it's going to be, but don't argue with her. And find yourself a babysitter. And because otherwise, if she take control, it's over for your family. It's over for you. You'll become a woman, and you're not going to be happy being that way. And then she's going to hate you for becoming a wife and a woman. And because she'll hate your weakness. So just calm down. You'll be fine.
Yes, I will. I'll try more to calm down, and I'll definitely do that silent prayer.
Yeah, do it morning and night. And if you do get a call back from Miami in November, if it's meant for you to go back to Miami, a way will be made. Don't worry about it. Let tomorrow deal with tomorrow. You got to deal with today's issues, all right?
Yes, sir.
So just calm down. Don't let this woman dictate who can and cannot babysit. If she refusing to be a mother and a wife, she has no say-so in this. All right?
Yes, you're right. Thank you. Thank you.
Let me know how it goes, Jeffrey. But stay with the silent prayer because it's a spiritual battle.
Another thing, I know me talking to you right now is a miracle. I was just watching one of your videos right now because I listen to you while I work out.
Yes.
And I was like, man, let me just call Jesse, see if they answer or not. I was like, let me just call.
It was meant to be.
Happened. I was like, dude, it was meant to be. I'm like, because last time I called, I happened to connect, but I had speaker headphones on and they disconnect. So I was like, okay, forget about it.
Yeah.
So I'm just driving normally, not thinking about it. I'm not forcing nothing. And I said, let me just call Jesse, see if they answer. And I'm like on the phone with you right now. A miracle. I'm like, Jesus Christ, what is going on here?
And that's the way your whole life is going to work. Everything will unfold for you if you just calm down and take one moment at a time. Your life is unfolding. God is with you, and it's going to be fine. But you got to calm down with all things. Just because a storm came and the boat is shaking, don't trip out. Just stay aware so you can see how to deal with it. It's going to be amazing for you.
Thank you, sir. That was a good metaphor, though. That's good. I totally understand that.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right. So let me hear from you, all right?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye now. Amazing. And I took a while with Jeffrey because what he's dealing with, everybody's dealing with that one way or another. May not be the same situation, but it's the same reaction when things happen. That's why you got to do the silent prayer because God is with you. I can't, human beings are not with you all the time, so they can't always tell you what to do, but God is with you. Always calm down. When you get that urge to overreact, calm down. All right? It's in the present. It's in the moment. It's not in your head. It's not overreacting. That's why the government is controlling the people. They say, oh, put your mask on. The Chinese virus is here. You're going to die. Run into your home. Put a mask on. Ignore each other. And y'all did it. And look what happened. But if you had not overreacted to that, America would not be in the situation today with closed down businesses. And now that the government don't want to let you go because it love controlling you. And they keep giving, we got 200,000 more people dying, 200,000 more people. They're not going to let you go. And they'll make you wear the mask for a lifetime. It's a spiritual battle for us, I'm telling you. Good work through people, evil work through others. Amazing. And don't forget to like, follow, tweet, subscribe, and share the Jesse Lee Peterson radio show, folks. We really appreciate it. We are at war. It is a spiritual battle for the soul of America. And it's going to take all of us to do it.